Hello and welcome back to a beautiful wet day on the island. What have we got going on? Well, we are terraforming all of this edge of this plateau and putting lovely ramps in all down here. That's what these guys are all diligently working on. That's looking fantastic. We are out of places to dump dirt because we finished off this corner here, so we can think about moving all of this down a little bit. We have got salt on the go down here from the desalinators that are running, taking the excess brine and making some salt from it. That's going brilliantly to the point where salt is full and we're just throwing the brine into the sea, which is absolutely fine. We have no problems with that. As long as we've got salt, we've got salt. Trucks are extremely busy. Of course they are. Of course they are. We need to dig all of this up again at some point, but we're in no massive rush for that. So we need to get some dirt down over here is something we need to do. So let's get our dirt tower. Let's edit the area. Let's just put in a new rectangle. We need to make sure we remove whatever rectangle this is as well. We're going to come in here. We may as well come in to about... Yeah, we might as well come in all the way over to there. That's fine. Who would you be? You would possibly be one of these. Not you, because you're finished. You, where is your area? No, you're there, because you are flattening that bit of land. That's fine. So you can actually go off and do something more useful now, like up here. So you can join in with that. So what is this one? It's neither of these. Is it the... It's the old copper tower, which is now doing nothing. And it's not even named Copper Tower, but it was copper, wasn't it? Must have been. I'm just going to delete that one, because that is confusing to me. Yeah, it's got nothing to sign, so let's just get rid. Let's just get rid. And then if we say dumping... Oh, let's just wait for that to disappear. Yep, that should all go. That's perfect. And then we shall go to height 14. Let's just get rid of all of this, because it's confusing matters. And if we go to height 14 up to there, that can go down to there. I'm going to just leave it there. And then we can come down at a slope. We can put that slope at the correct angle. And we can bring... Nope. I said slope. Put that slope at the correct angle. Bring that down to 4. That can come down to here. And then we need to go to 4 here and fill all of this in. And that should be fabulous. That gives the dirt crews something to do. Wonderful. We have a high supply of naphtha again. Okay. We've actually got all of these unpaused, so not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, they're all unpaused. So we should be using naphtha at a higher rate than we're producing it. Problem being, of course, we have too much. We don't have enough hydrogen. We have to up our hydrogen, which is why we had these going extra fast. I might put this flare back on because this burns excess, and this burns excess hydrogen, doesn't it? Which we don't have any of. So why are we burning excess hydrogen? Why do you think hydrogen is full? More to the point. Why is hydrogen coming out of there so slowly? So you each produce 28, which is enough for a Mark 1 pipe. This is 200, so we've got 60, 120, 180. So that's enough for a 200. You join this one, probably needs to be bigger, doesn't it? Let's upgrade this pipe. And there's a tiny little Mark 1 pipe there, look. Slowing everything up. Where do you go then? Then you join this. Nope. Then you join. Nope. Then you join this one. Thank you. Let's get that one upgraded. You go over to here. where some gets put into these. Yes. And excess gets pushed across here. And then into this one, which goes into this balancer, which does hydrogen up there, but that should be fine. We probably want to upgrade this one, which goes all the way over to there. Perfect. And then those are already at Mark 3s. Okay. That should hopefully help with the hydrogen production with that tiny little annoying Mark 1 pipe out of the way. We have a low supply of steel. Do we now? We sort of do. Is that because we've been building stuff? We just have to keep an eye on that. It looks like it might just be going up. We have a low supply of sulfur. Yep. That's why we have the additional sulfur import over here, in case we need that. And that is all the things we have which are current issues for us to concern ourselves with. The dirt crew is going off and doing fantastic things. Look at you go. We need to look at research. Whoop, 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 whoop. So what do we have? We have microchip production Mark 2. Probably need that at some point. We've already got that. Robotic assemblers Mark 5, which I'm assuming need more teraflops and more power. We'll work on that. Then we get consumer electronics, electronics 4. But nothing too much we're worried about in there. There is superheated steam, which I guess would be nice. But then where do we get superheated steam from? A fast breed reactor. So that's the next stage in the nuclear power, which is there. So we'll work our way towards that. For now, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get the ship upgraded. In fact, I might even, because we're not in any rush for microchips. We have plenty of microchips. I might do it that way so we can get the ship upgraded so he can actually go out and do things. Because poor little Shippy McGee has been sat over here with 90 crew on for no reason for so long. So long. The shipyard has got so much junk in it. It's ridiculous. You are getting very far over there. You are dumping stuff over here in lieu of other places to dump stuff. So let's think then about migrating all of this down. So if we come across to there, which is as far, but we don't want to get the animal feed for the moment. So let's go up to there then. So you were there. So yeah, that one is 2 over. So if we put this here, which we can't do because of this ramp. So we could put it here for now, which is probably still going to be, let's not delete that completely, let's pop that back. This ramp here is now a problem for us. So let's, nope, what we're doing, nope, what we're doing, dumping, there we go. Well, we already have ramps there, don't we, that they can get up. Let's have a little look at you a second. Yeah, no, so we don't actually need to worry about that. So maybe the Dirtinator comes and does this bit first then. So if we get rid of all of that and we say flat 14, may as well go up to there. We'll go one back, so we're going to need to dig that bit out. And then the dirt dumping tower, where are you, my friend? So you're going to come over here and you are now going to do this area. And we need to come over here and we need to change this tower's area. So it does not, I didn't want to do that, so it does not overlap, otherwise people will start dumping stuff in that little corner that we don't want. There we go. Okay, so we need to get them doing that. Let's speed everything up. In the meantime, we could start thinking about building some of this. Oh no, what we need to do, actually, starting about moving these over somewhere else. So, bearing in mind all these farms are going to be going at some point, there's no real... I was going to think about bringing them straight up here, but there's no massive need for that, apart from to make this tidier. Which, you know, is not a bad thing. So maybe we'll do that. So if we grab one of these and we come off of here at a height of 3 and we bring you along here and we stop there and we delete this because this no really longer serves a purpose, and we're just going to get rid of this. Where's the... It's already empty. That's fine because they picked it up straight away. We could probably do with a wee little bridge in... but we're going to need to bring a lot of stuff down here, aren't we? Let's put a wee little bridge in here for now. Let's pop that. Let's get this lined up. Let's pop that one here. And then let's bring this back a bit. Let's also flip this. Let's copy this and come from here to here. Perfect. And then you are going to come out here. I don't really want you going over where it's... Oh, what I do need you to do is go up to height 3 again. So you are going to really have to go to there. Maybe we will get rid of that first. So if we come over here at height 4 and just get rid of a chunk of this. And then we'll get the, which is well, so I was going to say which is the smaller excavators. I can see by looking at this. So that's the big ones. This is the small ones. So you're going to come over here and you're going to now get rid of that for me. Thank you very much. And you should all be on your way. There you go. Beautiful. So they have almost finished dumping this area. We do need to mark this to be taken care of because that's obviously a problem for us. What is it? It might be okay. It's not going to be okay. Yeah, where that ramp is, we do need to get rid of that. That's a wee bit frustrating. So we are going to have to come in. We should leave a bit of it somewhere, I suppose, shouldn't we? So they have somewhere to actually... So I'm going to get rid of that for the minute. Where does that ramp start? It starts there, actually. So if we come into there still, that should be... Whoa, not mining. Dumping. That should actually be fine for them to do that, except I have left that there and they have started dumping rock there. Oh, for shame on me, for shame. Get rid of all that. I've done it again. I've gone and done it again. Oh. No, that's the wrong button. There you go. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. You do need to go down to 3. And I think we are going to have to do... Nope. Please leave it flat. Nope. Please leave it flat. I suppose that does have to be ramped there, doesn't it? Oh, man. Just as those guys have finished off as well, annoyingly. Very annoyingly. Have to be better at tracking that stuff. I think that's the only places they have dumped it. You fools, you fools, you fools. Okay, well, let's... I think they have already finished over there. So let's bring them back over here. Another one of those times when I'm sure there was just plenty of people back there at home just going, no, you forgot about that. I said go over there, but actually don't go over there. Actually come over here, obviously. And I will probably put the other team on it as well, because they're not very far away. So even though they're big old slow boys, it shouldn't make much difference. Let's just get that done. Get that done as quickly as possible, please, and thank you. Oh, my word. Right. I could do with all of you being out of the way. So, let's have another look at this. If we came over here and we cut all of this, and where did we want these? It's hard to... Oh, I've right-clicked. I don't want to right-click. Let's plug that back in a second. And then let's get rid of this, because I no longer need any of this, and it just gets in the way, and it's a bit confusing for everyone. Okay. Let's just change the dirt dumpings area, so they are no longer up there. And then let's try this one last time. Not big enough. Okay, so if we wanted this to go here, does that leave enough room for you to get past? Just about is the answer, just about. And just about is fine with me. Right, so they are busy digging that out. That's all done, so we can start getting those planned as well. But we've now started on this, so let's get this done. So you are going to plug into there. You are going to plug into there. You probably need to move quite drastically. So you... I'm going to bring back to... here. And then you're going to come down here. And plug in there. You are going to plug in there. You I'm going to plug in there. You I'm going to plug in there. And I should probably move this down. So let's get rid of a couple of those. Let's cut this, pop that one in there. You will bring back to there. Copy you, plug you into... I'd like you to go underneath this, please, and thank you. In there. And you, let's get rid of that. You are going to come down and plug into this, but your magnet is off, so you're not going to do it. There we go. Okay, that greatly annoys me, but we're going to have to live with that. And then you, I'm going to plug into here. 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 You'll never guess what this guy's going to do. Oh, you got it. Alright, so that's all that end done. Wouldn't mind moving this one elsewhere and maybe moving these bits, but I guess we're not in any massive rush for it, so it should be fine. Are they almost done down here? Very nearly. I think they're just about to start complaining that they are finished. We don't have a low supply of iron ore. You're lying to me. Steel is ticking up, so steel is now fine as well. Excellent. I feel like you're also very, very close, and you want to tell me you're finished, but you're just not quite ready yet. There we go. There we go. Right. You, rectangular, go over here. Needs to be slightly bigger. Rectangular, go over here. And you are going to go to exactly the same place. Thank you very much. And then they can all get up this bit for the moment, so that's fine. So the dirt crew, let's pause it so we don't do anything silly. And then you are going to come over to here. And then we need to do this. So we're going to get rid of all of this because it's all confusing to me. Okay, so now dirt crew at height 14 up to there. And then slope it on down to height 4. I'm not going to do that bit because I don't want dirt falling off the side there, because we're probably going to expand this over somewhat. And then a flat 4, not sloping, thank you, up to there. Okay, so you should all start kicking into gear. You're going to go down there and start digging. You can all get down there. Everyone's happy. Right, let's continue moving this. So we don't want to touch the animal feed. So this bit we will do a bit more piecemeal. So you're going to go there. Is this supposed to be... Oh no, the balance is at the other end, isn't it? That's fine. Get myself confused. You... Not you. Wait. Wait a second. Neither of you need connecting up there, do you? You are the output pipes for the eggs and the carcasses. Output belts, I should say. It's only you that needs to go down there. Yes, okay. And then let's move this one, because it does frustrate me. And now I have no idea what that was connected to. We'll figure it out. It's okay. So you're going to come down to here. You're going to go up to height 1. You're going to go over to here. No. Here. And then if you're going that way, what were you? Okay, what is this? It is salt. Do we need salt over here? No. Here? Yes. So you're supposed to go over here. So to here. And then it must be this one here. So let's get rid of that bit. Don't need that anymore. And then you go over to the meat. So it's going to bring you down to here. Nope. Stupid magnet. Brief interruption because the software crashed again. Thought I'd fixed it. Thought I'd fixed it, but it come back with a vengeance. Right, let's grab all the rest of this and plug that in there. And let's get these all belted in. Yeah, you're just the... No, what are you? Yeah, you're the extension. You're the animal feed coming in. Okay. So you go to there. You go to there. You go to there. Those are two inputs that we need to sort at some point. And we need to also plan out the little waste bit as well. So what were you? You were probably steel, I'm guessing. Yeah. And you were sulfur. So where do we have those? We have steel right here. I was trying to get it down to ground level straight away. I failed miserably. Right. That's steel plugged in, and then sulfur, rock, slag, limestone, sulfur, which of course is the wrong way around. So I might just swap those. There's no real reason that it's going to cause any issues, because they don't go anywhere else. So now we will come in here. Up to a height of 2, we'll then turn magnet off. And we're going to come a long way. Oh, so close. There. Yes, nailed it. Okay, get rid of that. Excellent. That's given it a little bit of space for expansion, should it need it. Doing any more is going to be problematic, but we'll just see how we go. They have dumped so much dirt over there in the meantime. That is amazing. Is that just some flat rock there? Yeah, there's a little bit extra needs to be dug up. We can work on that later on. So next on the agenda, we were doing this. So let's grab this. Let's bring this over to here. And then you may as well come straight up here. No, I do want to bring you in. So let's bring you to here. And then to... How we're going to deal with the food coming down here as well, I have no idea. So let's bring you to there. And then we're going to have to think about how we get from this bit down to that bit. And how we're going to get 12 belts of food down here. Past all of this. Because we're going to have 3 belts going the other way. Yes. I think we need to get this built. Because I think trucks might struggle a bit. Yeah, because he got there and thought, I can't get under there because it's only height 3. Because there was no bridge there yet. So that should sort that. How are you guys doing? You're doing wonderfully. How are you guys doing? You're getting there. It's a slow old road, but you're getting there. So once these belts are moved, we can get rid of this bit. So what are we going to do here? So if we just said keep it at height 3, it's going to struggle. If we came in... It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And it means these should be able to follow that as well. So if you come over to here. Up to there, down to here, over to here. Because then we're going to have to, nope, come over here at height 1. Turn magnet on. No, I don't want you to go the other way. No, I don't do. I do want you to do that. That was right. Yep. And then I just want to connect to that. Why wouldn't you let me connect to that? There we go. Turn magnet off. Connect you to there. And then you go to there. Well, that wasn't too awkward or horrible. I was alright with that. Which leaves one more. Because magnet's off, and the right wasn't playing. Magnet was off again. Ah, but you won't play nicely here. No, you won't. Didn't I have... Yeah, if I do this... Hello? Huh? So if I do that, copy that, bring that up 1. Bring that up 1. I don't want you to join, I want you to go up another 1. Okay, so you can go there. You can go there. So although that's more higgledy-piggledy, I think that looks better. So let's get this in here. And then we're going to have to bring these back a little bit. You won't go to level 4 into there. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's bring you there as well. Try this again. So if I go from this end, no. Definitely go from that end. Okay. Okay. It's not amazing, but it works, and that's all we really care about. Yep, it's made the same mistake again. Let's get a height 5 in here. So I'm marking it back on. Yeah, go that way. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. It looks a bit weird, but I'm okay with it. And then you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into there. You connect to there. You, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, marking it back on to there. Oh. To there. Cool. I think that looks alright. Like I say, we're going to have issues with the other 12 belts coming through, but that's a different problem. Let's have a little look at these. Sandy Control Tower has no place to dump products. Is that because we just ran out of dumping zones? Oh my word, we have. Come here, big truck. Oh, not quite. Not quite, but nearly. I reckon a little truck probably could. Well, that's very exciting. That's very exciting indeed. That means we can... Give me a tree harvester. There'll be one over here somewhere. There you are. Can you get over there? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Right. Let's clear this island of its trees. Beautiful. So we can start dumping over there. We also have this area over here, which is already marked for dumping. It just means that there are so many trucks trying to go over there that they're struggling a bit. So let's come over here and let's continue with this. That should give them plenty to do. I'd like to fill that in as well, if you wouldn't mind, game. Thank you very much. Right, so that's that sorted. Dumping. Low supply of silicon poly is more of a concern. Okay. He says, panicking ever so slightly, because this is quite boxed in over here. Okay, let's have a little look at this. So you've got literally none. We should be making... You've got no hydrogen. So we have the stuff to make it. But we're not processing it because we have no hydrogen. So that needs to be a higher priority. Do we have hydrogen? Okay. That is a problem. Are you guys still telling me you can't output hydrogen? If I just watch you for a second. You're complaining a little bit that you can't output it. I don't know why. I'm getting confused as to the pipe mechanics and why they are struggling here. Ah, well, you two are sharing a big old pipe. Sorry, a little pipe, which needs to be a big old pipe. So we can change that. So that'll help you guys. I don't know why you two would be struggling, because there's only 2 of you connected at the moment. You produce 28, so that's 60. So that's fine for that pipe. Which is fine for this pipe. But then it's getting jam-jammed up somewhere, isn't it? Jim-jam being a technical term, of course. So you go into this balancer where you mix with these. Then this should be flowing constantly. And if it's not, it should be because this pipe is absolutely full. Is that a Mark 1 hydrogen pipe there? Oh my golly gosh. How did I miss that one last time? Right, that's obviously causing us issues. Okay. Hopefully that will be hydrogen now somewhat sorted and we should start seeing this filling up quite rapidly, please. Quite rapidly. Not very rapidly at all. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. You come to get hydrogen? Have you come to get hydrogen? You come to get diesel. Have you come to get hydrogen? No, you come to fuel up because there is actually hydrogen there now. Okay, because if we don't have any silicon poly, one, we're not making microchips, which may or may not be a concern. It's not. Two, it goes somewhere else. Where else do you go with this weird, crazy belt? You go over to microchips 3. So that could be a concern. We've got a lot in stock at the moment, so we're not too worried. Yeah, this is now filling up quite rapidly. Okay, that's better. I would love to see a truck coming over to deliver some hydrogen to here. Oh, we do have a truck coming. Okay. Is it you? No. So neither of you. You're going to go and fuel up over there, or there, I'm guessing. Is it you? Yes. Not enough fuel to refill a vehicle. Is that because I just stole it all? I don't know. Right. We possibly could just pipe that in, I suppose, but it's a problem for future months. So you're going to start making silicon poly again. That's absolutely fine. The dirt is looking so good over here. Oh, it's looking amazing. I'm loving it. Right, so we've got these 3. Can we unity all of those? I think so. Yes, which means we can break you and you and you. And then we'll wait for these belts to empty, and then we can get rid of these belts, that bridge, that bridge, that bridge, and that bridge. It's just going to tidy this up just so much, so much. Construction parts are pretty much full. So we could start thinking about starting to build some of this as well. That was the other thing we wanted to do, really. Because with this expanded down, we're in a position where we can start getting this built. It's not going to be right. I want it all built paused to start with. But we do want to start it, I think, don't we? So if we unity... And it's not quite ready because some of the pipes are not yet in place. But if we unity all of the belt work in the middle, and then all of that's fine, and this is I'm not going to do that bit there. I don't mind going up to here, which does more of the bit underneath, but that's fine. I might just leave that bit for the moment. That bit's fine, and then all of this is fine. And we don't have enough to build some of it. Is it rubber we're out of? I'm going to guess it is. It is. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind if it takes a little bit longer to get there. We're okay with that. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about these bits because this bit might want to move up a little bit yet anyway. And then we also need to finish planning this bit, and we need to get those 2 in. Okay, are these empty? 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 So very nearly for a couple of them. Copper's taken a little bit longer, which is absolutely fine. And once we can get rid of that, we can start thinking about how we're going to get all of this down here. And then through, and in fact, where all that's going to go, we might have to have like a brief moment where, oh yeah, because we've got all this as well, haven't we? So if we've got that there all built, ready to go, that should all transport over there. That would be quite nice. Yeah, because we're going to need to think about where we're going to put the food markets. I think we said we'll probably expand over to the left if we go anywhere. Yeah, we'll probably go over to the left. So maybe we need to think about getting rid of medical for a little bit and getting rid of all of this. So we're just going to lose food in the short term. So we can get one of these down So we can start getting food markets connected along that outside edge. And getting rid of all of those. Now we have a low supply of electronics. Is that because we just made so much stuff? I don't care that trucks can't get to you. Trucks should not be trying to get to you. Oh, it's because we don't have any rubber. Yeah, we don't have any rubber. It is on quite a high import priority, but it will get there. Silicon poly is not stocking up at the minute, but it is going out. It does have another box over here, doesn't it? That's plastic. No, it doesn't have another box over here. It does have a lot on the belt, though. Is it this one here? No, which one's silicon poly? This one. Yes, we do have 93 on that belt alone. I think we're okay. I'm not too worried about electronics at the moment. I mean, it's struggling to get out of there fast enough, probably because those belts aren't fast enough. That can carry 200, can't it? So we got 24, let's say it's 25, 50, 100, and these produce more, so we do need to upgrade some of these belts. So let's upgrade this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, because these make... So that one also needs to be upgraded, and then we'll unity, 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 unity. Which should help that. And we can see by the time it gets here, it is pretty full. Okay, any other issues? Low supply of rubber. Well, that's fine. We should have oodles of naphtha. Nope. Pause, 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 pause. Let's let some naphtha stock up. Sulfur is okay. We're not worried about sulfur. Struggling to find a destination you can reach because you're trying to go somewhere stupid. Because we're going to have to unity all of that. That's fine. Once we have the parts, we'll just unity all of that then. I am okay with that. But we do have a bunch of the pipe work in now, which is great. We do need to pipe the fertilizer up here. We have one water output coming down here. We do want to get another water input, which is going to be this one here, which is going to come from down this absolute catastrophe somewhere. Off of here, probably. Because we don't have a dedicated farm pipe, necessarily. So if we have this one, maybe we'll come off of here. We'll bring this one up here. Yeah. Does that mean we're going to need another bridge? No, we should be okay. Should be okay. Are these now empty? Some of them are. So we can get rid of this one. And we can get rid of this one. And that goes all the way up there. That's perfect. Just one more and we can get rid of that bridge. Just one more. We are so very close. Can we unity... Ooh, can we unity any of that? Yes, some of it. Beautiful. That's going to suck up some more of that rubber, but is what it is. Think everything else is okay. We're out of sand again. So let's unpause all of those again and unpause that belt. You have 380 parts. You need 403. So you will very soon be going off to do your next quartz grab, which is fine. Sulfur's looking fine. Uranium is looking absolutely more than healthy. This is all looking great. Salt is looking fine. Do we need more of these big boys? Because it's -4, -2. Another 1 would drop our maintenance by another 1%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I bet it is. You're all just trying to reach stuff to build, aren't you? Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it for now. Don't worry about it for now. How's Dirt doing? Dirt thinks it's done. But I'm sure I told you to do this bit. Oh, I did not. My bad. My bad. Oh, I don't need to do that. I just need to be flat, don't I? What am I doing? 4. No. Absolutely horrifically not do that. 4 down to there would be significantly better. And then once you're done with that, I'll tell you to come and fill this little massive pothole we've got down here in. Once we can get rid of this stupid copper belt, which is taking so very long. So very, very long. How are we doing in terms of electronics? Yeah, they're stocking up. It's fine. Is Polly stocking up at all? No. Is the belt backing up at all? Yeah. Sort of. Is that Polly? Yeah. Yeah, a little. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Okay. I was hoping they would have smashed through all of this today, but I suppose it is quite a lot of rock to get rid of, so we won't be too harsh on them. This is expanding massively down here. I don't really know what we're going to do there. It's just expanding for the sake of expanding. Because they've got so much space there, they've stopped doing this one. Can we see tree harvesters over here? Oh my word, yes we can. That is beautiful. So there is... what's the word? That stuff. The black gold. Oil. There we go. I got there in the end. There is oil there. Should we need it. It might be worth just getting it out just so it's gone. And we have to think about what else we're going to do down here. Get rid of all of these. Suffer not having medical for a short period. We want that to be like the last thing we do, really, don't we? Is that copper? Oh, it is. It is. It's just emptied, I think. So we can get rid of that. We can unity those, so they are gone, 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 gone. We can then get rid of that, that, and that. Which means we can then, as soon as this is gone, so that might slightly be, we think about how we're going to get all of this down there. We could just have 4 of these, essentially, but they're going to have to be flat belts as well, which is going to be, well, that's going to be painful, isn't it, unfortunately, but there we go. How are we doing over here? Can I unity those? Can I unity those? Can I unity any of this? This is why I turned all of the storage of the construction parts up, because, yeah, we're out of construction parts too now. We have used so many, we are just finished with them, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. That's where our electronics is going as well. I'm going to ignore the trucks struggling to find a destination they can reach. That's absolutely fine. Look at how busy this area was with trucks crisscrossing all over it. These trucks are finished over here. So let's do the old accept all imports. Just so these trucks can empty off. And once they're empty, I'll turn that back on again just to stop any silliness of them taking it from there to there. But once they're empty, that means they can go and do other jobs rather than sitting there with a full bucket of dirt. So if we do that again, wonderful. That gives us more trucks available. We've got a little bit to dig up around here. I was going to get them doing this bit, wasn't I? So actually, they could have kept their buckets of dirt. And they could come down. Is that a tiny little hillock there? Oh, it's just... No, it hasn't disappeared. It disappears when you zoom into it. There's a tiny, tiny something going on over there, isn't there? I don't know what. But let's do dumping designation for all of that. Yeah, it definitely is a tiny, tiny hillock. Boo! A whole tank is struggling to find a destination it can reach. Where are you trying to go? You're all just trying to get over there. That's absolutely fine. I do not care. And you're all trying to get stuff over there as well. Again, I don't care. It'll be unitied when we have the rubber. Which is apparently very, very slowly. I'm guessing we probably don't have a lot of naphthalene because we are just constantly running these now. We do have quite a lot of rubber actually. Oh, it's the construction parts we're short on now. That's fine. You're all just trying to get up there to deliver bits, but you can't. Again, don't worry about it. So in terms of farms. We need that one, we need that one, we need that one, we need that one, we need that. We don't need that one. Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I want to go back in and pause the actual buildings before they're done. We need you, we don't need you. So unpause, pause. You. And this is so when they are built eventually, obviously we don't want them starting to produce food straight away. We just want it paused so it is ready to go. Not you. You. Soybeans. Yeah, I think we got 3 of these. Not you. There's the other soybean. There's our poppies. And this is all going to be pretty much dependent on us having... And those are all empty. Having full fertilizer 2 coming in, which could be a problem. Because, yeah, we've got none at the moment. We've got lots of organic. We've got no fertilizer 2. We're sort of reliant on there being fertilizer 2. How would I get more fertilizer 2 is the question. Got plenty of organic. Got plenty of ammonia. You just can't get rid of the fertilizer 1? Is that what you were telling me there? Do you have a Mark 1 pipe that you are joining into by any chance? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Upgrade that. Then it goes into Mark 2 anyway. Which should be fine because they should be carrying up to 90. You guys are just waiting for the fertilizer 1. There's now 3 of you trying to do 180, but we're only making up to 90 at a time, so probably don't need 3 of you running, to be honest. Because they can at most make 45. So yeah, let's just pause that one because it's pointless it being there. So you're now okay. We could get another of these going potentially, but then it's dependent on the ammonia, isn't it? Oxygen we can get easily enough, but ammonia we can either hydrogen and nitrogen into ammonia, which I'm not sure we really want to be doing actually if our hydrogen is struggling a bit. So the only other place we can get ammonia from is sour water. And we only get sour water from these. We can at most run 4. Shouldn't we be running 4 of those? Where does sour water come from? Oh, hang on a second. Oh, it's there, 18. Oh, yeah, so we're only making enough to run 2 of these. We're getting a little sour water from somewhere else. So we're only getting 18 ammonia, which is enough to do 1.5 of these. Can we get ammonia anywhere else? No. So we either need more hydrogen, which is probably going to be a struggle as we convert more and more of our fleet over to hydrogen-based. Or, can you turn diesel into hydrogen? Not really. Or we get more sour water. Where do you get sour water from? We can make it from, or we can make it from crude oil, we know that. You get a little bit when you use coal and chlorine to make graphite, but we don't have a lot of a graphite requirement at the moment. Can you trade for sour water? Or for ammonia, I guess. Is there a contract for ammonia? There is. It is food packs, which we might be okay with. Don't need caps lock. Ammonia! So what about sour water? We can trade slag for sour water. Well, isn't that interesting? And then the sour water we mix with a little bit of steam, which we've got a lot of down here, to get sulfur, ammonia, and water. We might not be able to get rid of the water fast enough if we do that, but that extra ammonia means we could just get loads of farmers going. Right, let's do a little bit of maths a second. Right, go back to sour water. We want 8 modules. So we would need, I'm going to make some notes of this as well, because I'm going to be clicking off this and forgetting immediately what I just read. We would need 3,750 slag, which would give us 1,500 ammonia. These are their maximum level, and they use 36 sour water. If we are running 4 of those... No, we're running 2 of those because we're getting sour water from there, so it would have to be a separate setup. So let's say we were running 4 then. 4 times 36 is 144. 144 divided by 60. No. Wait. We would need 144 per 60 seconds. I think that's what I'm getting at. Or what I wanted to do then was divide 1,500 divided by 144, which would be 10.42 runs per 1,500. I think 60 seconds is in one load. I think that works out to a month. So, then the question becomes, how much slag are we producing? Don't know why I'm doing that. Such a long list. Slag. We are not producing very much at all. Is the answer to that. I thought I'd be producing a lot more than that. Huh. Are we consuming slag anywhere? Do I have a slag box up here somewhere? I think that's slag. Where do we consume slag? Just to get slag crushed. Are we still using slag crushed? I don't think we are we? No, we're using gravel, so we're not using slag crushed there, so I don't think we're using slag anywhere. Because you use rock. Okay. Okay. We're getting there over here. Look, that's looking brilliant. So they have filled this in. There are no little bits, blemishes. That's perfect. We'll look at that in a second after I've struggled to do more maths. So we would need 3,750 slag to get 10 months of sour water. If we were running 4, I guess the question becomes how much fertilizer would we need? And it's not really very easy to tell. It's not very easy to tell at all. I suppose we could look at our fertilizer to consumption, which has peaked at about 92. So I think we probably need about 200 fertilizer 2. If we needed 200 fertilizer 2, we would need 3 of these running, so we would need 180 fertilizer 1. If we needed 180 fertilizer 1, we would need 4 of these running, which would need 48 ammonia. To get 48 ammonia, oh my word, we would need more than that. I'm just wondering whether our slag numbers are right. Maybe we just stop dumping slag and we just put a big slag bucket up here somewhere. Like if we were, how many were maxed out on boats? Do we still have another boat we can get somewhere? Well, someone said, I think I forgot there was a boat we can trade for. Or have we already done that? looking at contracts. Yes, there is a boat we can trade for. We don't have enough Unity. Hilarious. Hilarious! What are we doing here? Food consumption is reduced. Let's not worry about that. That's fine. And then let's... I don't like any of them, really. Let's do recycling efficiency. So we can buy another cargo ship. If we board another cargo ship, we could put another dock in. Do we want it up here? If we're doing fertilizer and stuff, we probably do, don't we? So where can we fit you in? There. So you would need... not you. Not you. Not you. Wait, no, where am I going? You. I need you. Cargo docks. We need a loose module. A large one, because that holds 500. We would then need fluid modules. Large, please, and thank you. We can get a cargo dock from the trade, which we'll be able to do very soon. You're all struggling to find destinations. You're all just trying to deliver stuff to those. And it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. We'll get there when we get there, mate. We'll get there when we get there. I just spent my Unity. Haha, hilarious. Why is my Unity going down? Medical supplies again. Why do we always struggle with medical supplies? What are you waiting for now? Medical equipment. What are you waiting for? Plastic. Why? Do we not have any plastic? Where do I make plastic? Over here. No, I've got so much plastic. Let's upgrade that box. I've got even more plastic now. It's because all of the trucks are trying to get over there and they're failing. Because they can't get over there, they're getting stuck and they're not doing anything else. That's what happened there. Okay, stupid trucks. Right, so that should get plastic down there again, which would get us our medical 2, which will get us health. Where are you trying to get to? Nowhere. You're absolutely fine. Stop moaning. How are you doing? Absolutely devastated, this island. It is done. Did I mark that tree? No. One more tree to go, guys. Who's going for it? Oh, I was really hoping it'd be David. So we need to start thinking about where we're going to go over this side. I'd rather not encroach on the sand too much, but I guess it doesn't matter if we do. The other problem being there is copper and limestone there. We also don't want to encroach in. Oh, there's water there as well. So we're going to need to come through here at some point. Let's just have a quick think about this, just for something a bit different. So if we come in up here. Just trying to make sure we are not in the way of anything as much as possible. So if we do something like that. And then we make that a leveling designation. And then you go down to height 1. You probably won't need to be 3 at that point. So I'm okay doing 4 even, if I get the words right. It's another massive, massive run, isn't it? Like, look how deep that gets there. I'm genuinely not sure if it's easier just to smash through the mountain. We wanted to put a big old slag box in here, didn't we? So we're going to need, what did I say? 3,750 slag. So we will need a lot. We will need one of those, which is 3,000. And then probably that one on the back as well. Just so we have a chance of... actually getting enough slag in there. But that probably holds quite a lot as well, right? So if we just unpause those for the minute. We're going to turn slag... You slag? Yeah. Turn slag off from the global dump. You are both going to be slag. Now, I don't know if I would have to mark you as wanting slag, or if the trugs will figure it out on their own that they should be taking slag down there. Ah, we've had a bit of health come in because we're back up to +3. Perfect. Nothing's trying to get down there, is it? I don't think so. We still have low silicon poly. It is slowly backing up. Slowly backing up. We are full of dirt again, so let's do the old click that off. In fact, no, don't worry about it, because you've got stuff you can be doing, right? So instead of that, let's find our dirt dumping tower. And it's probably about time we start thinking about finishing as well. So let's bring you over to here. Let's get these towers. Where is your area? You are there. We're going to edit your area. We're going to draw you a new rectangle, which is going to just be that bit there. I'm going to do the same for you. You are going to be just that bit there. Which should mean that nothing else is with this one. Perfect. We then want to come across flat for 1. Bring it down to height 4. And then flat over here. Nope, did too much, didn't I? Cool. That should be absolutely fine. Of course, if we're not dumping slag anymore, I do want to see a truck actually carrying slag. So although they're not requesting slag, the fact that we've told slag boxes to empty, but you're trying to take slag up there. So you have got confused where to put the slag. You know that should be empty, but you don't know where to put it. That's fine. Keep this one full at all times. I don't know how else we can increase our production of slag. We could start digging up all the slag we've been dumping over the last few years. Otherwise, it's just from production. You can make it from sulfur, but that seems slightly wasteful. Yeah, we don't really want to use sulfur just to make a lot of slag. We just want them doing our natural slag. Well, I'm going to leave that going for a bit to see if that gives us a better idea of our slag production. You're struggling to find a destination you can reach because you have finished digging out this again. Holy bemoly. Yeah, we are in a bit of a sand crisis, I would say. How did you even get... Because I've dug that out now. How are trucks get... How do you get it out of here? Oh, simple answer. You don't. Oh, you do. You can go up there and go around. Okay. That's stupid, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we need this to go down further, really, don't we? So it goes down to -6 at the moment, I think. So let's take it down to -8. Get it down to there. That'll get us a little bit more sand. We could probably come one more into this, but we have to be very careful. We don't want that falling down possibly much more than it already has, really. I'm hesitant about that. So if that wall starts collapsing, then obviously we're in trouble. We're in trouble. So maybe we just forfeit the sand that's in there. We can get a little bit more down here. Yeah, because this is already going to drop that wall down by a bit more. We can get a little bit more down there. And then, really, we're on to the next sand. We've got a little bit over here. We've got any over here? We've got a little bit over here. Actually, no, there's quartz there. I suppose that's the next thing. We start digging up that. So we got some sand. Got a little bit over here. And we've got a lot of sand here. But getting that over there is problematic. That probably is time for trains at that point. But that is its own problem. If we have a very brief look. Nope. Doesn't tell me how much I need for it, does it? So yeah, for each piece of track you put down, you need gravel. That's the first thing. If we grab one of these. And then we need concrete slabs and steel to make those as well. So you need quite a lot of concrete. You need quite a lot of steel, really. And then you need a lot of gravel. So we could do with starting to stock some of this up, I feel. And we've got concrete and steel there. So if I could get it in here... And then belt the output to down here, maybe? Although we don't have any more construction. No, yeah. Or we belt the concrete and steel down here and put them down here. Yeah, I think we need to start doing that very soon. I'm going to put this over here as a reminder. Where it's definitely very visible. But we do need to start stocking up on train bits. And then I don't even know what we need to make the trains. That's another thing again. And then how we get trains from there, up there, through there, down here, past this. That's a problem. Unless they go down here and we start filling in this corner as a priority. And then the trains terminate here once this is filled up. But that's going to take a bunch of time anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Problematic. Yeah, so let's have a very quick look at slag. Has that changed? Not really. It's around 300 a month. Which is... Oh, it's almost there. That would give us 3,300-ish. In the time it would take us to use up the sour water, because I think it'd be 10 months. But then it does go down quite a bit. So it's all dependent on our production, isn't it? That's the problem. That's the darn problem. What is all this about? What are you complaining about? That's okay because you can go there. Yeah, I don't think that's actually a problem. We have a low supply of naphtha again. So let's pause a couple more of these. That's probably because we've done so much rubber, I would imagine. Hydrogen is slowly filling up again, which is fine. It is getting there slowly. Dumping is now going to take a little bit longer because we're going to have no slag being dumped, but it's not a huge percentage, but it's going to matter. Yeah. And then we're using up a lot of dirt with the dumping, but that's absolutely fine. There's a few little bits we're going to want to go back and tidy up after the fact, but that's also fine. We'll get there when we get there. And they have very nearly done this bit. In fact, it probably isn't much further. In fact, it is no further. We could probably get you going slightly further. Why does that look? I don't think it is. Okay, just go down there. That's fine. No, that's not fine. Why does that look? Stop, stop, stop. Pause. Because I went down to -3 rather than +3. I was very confused. I was very confused. It's all a bit higgledy-piggledy there, so let's just whap it all up. Okay, there we go. That looks better. So if we get to there, that's probably about where we're going to want to finish it, because we don't want to encroach too much onto the iron mine, ideally. So where does that leave us then? Then we need to sort this corner here out. So we're going to want to get rid of this. And we are going to want to come in at height 13 to somewhere. To somewhere I'm not sure of yet. Like, we don't want this coming all the way over here. So if we go there. I don't know, maybe. Then what do we do with this? I don't think there's another tier of research. So we could probably bring this one out a bit. Yeah, we want that to be height 13. Like, where does that go flat? There. Is that right? No, it goes flat there, doesn't it? So we'd go up to there and just not put a massive ramp in there, I guess. Although if we did, well, it'd be the fact it would encroach. We don't want it spilling over there, do we? But I think we'd want it going up to there. And then we could do this side quite comfortably. Although we want that to be lower down again, don't we? Yeah, like that. So we could fill on top of it with dirt. And then probably flatten off this bit. And take it from there. I think that's a pretty good start. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. if we're going to do a bunch of dumping there, we probably want to turn that all off for the minute. We have enough Unity to buy that. Nope. Nope, did it again. To buy that. I would like to buy you, please. Oh, so I don't need to deliver it. It's just, I just have it. Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. So yeah, we'll get that going next time then and think about how we're going to do that. And whether and how we can increase our... I guess it will just increase as we go. And if we're using up the ammonia faster and we're making more fertilizer too, so be it, I suppose. Okay, so today, lots of terraforming. This is getting there. It's almost done. It looks so good. I'm so happy. We've started building up the farms slowly. Very slowly, but we've started. That's looking beautiful. We've started thinking about... I was going to delete those, but I thought no, because I might need those before the build's done. Started thinking about how we're going to change this area up and make that better. Sand is becoming a problem. That does need to go down even further though, so maybe we'll do that sooner rather than later. This is now being left unpaused. We can have a fairly constant supply of sand coming in. We are planning on getting some... So to that end, let's do that. Getting some sour water being delivered so we can make... Still got a low supply of naphtha? Well, it is ticking up. We're okay. So we can make, what's the word I'm looking for? Ammonia. Bring in some sour water so we can turn that into ammonia. And extra water that we might have to start thinking about dumping the extra water. Because we're not going to be using a lot of water over here. And if that backs up and we're not making that, then that's a problem in itself. Because our water usage over here has probably gone right down. I probably need to have a think about have you just got yourself stuck? Yep. Did that just zip over there? Did we just see that fly through the air? I don't think I've seen that before. Think about redoing our water grid and making it prioritize the right things. And probably output into dumps if these things can't run. Like if this cannot output the water, that's a problem. You know? But maybe when the farms are gone from here, we can start thinking about doing that. We'll pop a water pipe up here at some point to connect up to these. We have moved our ore belts, so it would be nice if that corner wasn't there, if we dug that bit out as well, but it's not the end of the world. So we have all of this space now. We now need to get all of the 12 belts of goodies down from here planned, bring them down here somewhere, run them underneath these belts, which I guess we can do there, and like a couple of rows of, because there's 0, 1, 2. I suppose there are 3 there, so we can get like 3 rows of 4 there. The flattenator and the flattenator have finished over there. That looks incredible. We're going to fill that in with dirt. We will send those teams to tidy up these little bits of rock over here. We might move all of the dirt down here, like build a bunch more dirt storages and move all the dirt down and delete all these so we can dig up that rock there. Because we are trying to make all of this look pretty now. That is the plan. They've started dumping over here, getting rid of all of that. I don't know how I feel about that bit of rock jutting out there, but yeah, we don't want to go too far over. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. I'm being very pedantic. We also need to re-dig this out, but I mean, we're not going to be digging out all of this rock here, so this industrial area will just live with its rock until we can cover the world in tarmac. We also need to start thinking about pre-producing some train tracks. Is that what they call them? Rail parts. Some rail parts, getting a huge stock of those in, and possibly also getting some gravel on the go as well. Maybe we'll do both of those there, just so that we can actually think about getting railway in at some point. If we want to bring sand in from this beach, or if we wanted to bring in quartz from over here, which is even more difficult because we'd have to go through that mountain. And they are currently just busy digging up as much rock as they possibly can. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Dig up this beautiful bit of copper over here. Yeah, go through there instead. That is actually more beneficial to us in many, many ways. So please go and do that instead. Don't worry about trying to carve through this mountain. Although at some point, or maybe not there, because that's where our farms are. That wouldn't be overly useful. Okay. Awesome. Hope you're continuing to enjoy Captain of Industry. If you are, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time. And as always, thank you very, very much for joining me.